I'ma keep it a bean. Stick to the script, every scene. This from last year, but they clean. Say to say, I'ma take something else, but it's a winning team. Charlie Sheen, fam gang, the regime. I'm from Piney Green.
This been overdue forever. Asked me when it was dropping, said never. Should've made you cut the feather, but I designed it Freemason Margiela.
What's good, Shellitronnn here, the most spoke, no joking. I'm back again with a brand new video, and the Panthers actually did it. The Carolina Panthers, with their 100th pick in the 2019 NFL Draft, did two things. First of all, they picked up Will Grier, a quarterback out of West Virginia, but even more importantly in some ways, they split the Panthers fan base straight in half. And I actually called that happening when I did my NFL draft prospect full breakdown on Will Grier. I said, look, this is going to be a topic that's going to split the fan base in half. Should the Panthers pick up a backup quarterback this year in the draft, and how early should it be? Man, this is one that I've already seen a lot of love for and a lot of hate for, both already in my comments, especially in the video that I already did. People talk to me in my mentions on Twitter. I got some DMs on IG, bro. There are a lot of opinions on this, and I'm going to touch on my opinions on Will Grier here in this video, but I 100% do invite you guys to watch that full breakdown I did on Will Grier 2 weeks ago. It'll be right here. Click the eye icon above my head right here. You can watch that full video because there is a lot of detail I go into about Will Grier that I don't really feel the need to repeat, since the information, since that content is readily available on my channel already. There's no reason to make a video saying the same exact things about Will Grier. So I'll talk about, how I feel about him, touch on his stats, and talk about his role in the team, because I also did a video maybe a few days ago making the case that the Panthers maybe should not draft a quarterback in this year's draft and make 2019 a prove-it season for Cam. Just, maybe not even just a prove-it season for his skills, but more of a prove-it season for his injury, how resilient he can be, just how sturdy is his shoulder right now. That doesn't really matter anymore, but I do think I made some pretty solid points about our quarterback situation, about Cam's situation, and about just how desperate the Carolina Panthers might be feeling right now about our quarterback situation, and how maybe sooner than we think, the Panthers might be thinking about life after Cam Newton. None of us want that, but it's a very real possibility with that injury happening for 2 straight years. Definitely check out that video too. Same thing, eye icon. It's right there. You can watch that. Now on to Will Grier. I know what I said about not wanting a backup quarterback, but Will Grier is the real deal. This man is, look, I like him a lot. I have never stated anything differently. I think I even said if we were to get any quarterback this year in the draft, I would want Will Grier. Will Grier ended up 4th in the Heisman voting for this past season. I actually like this pick a lot because Will Grier should have been a 2nd-round pick if it weren't for just a few issues with some of his decision making. I'll get to that in a second though. Throw up his stats real quick for me for the one time. Look at these stats right here. These are some really good stats. We'll skip over his 1 year at Florida because he didn't really get that much of a shot there. Only 160 attempts there. Nothing to really look at there. 2017, he had a 64% completion rate, 3,500 yards, 9 yards per attempt. That's not that bad at all. 34 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. You get to this past season, we have 400 attempts, 67% completion rate, almost 10 yards per attempt, 37 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Those are really great numbers. While those numbers are very impressive, those numbers actually could have been a little bit better because at some point, Will Grier is liable to play the hero role. He will try to, do a few things that, maybe some unsafe passes, maybe some gunslinger mentality kind of things. Maybe not a Brett Favre level of gunslinger, but he will try to extend plays. He will try to fit balls into spots they maybe shouldn't be able to fit into, and he will go for the jugular. And sometimes it proves that he can be a very, very clutch quarterback late in very high leverage games. And sometimes it kind of puts him in a bad situation where, he turns a decent situation to a much worse one. But overall, Will Grier shows a lot of really good promise. Now, there are a lot of scouts that said even besides his decision-making skills sometimes, his reads leave something to be desired because for the most part, most of his reads come pre-snap. When the play's actually in action, post-snap, when all the action's going on, he's really stuck on maybe half the field and a lot of times only one target for most of the play. And there's been some times where people have accused him of being a product of West Virginia's offense. And like I said in my video where I do the full breakdown, if you watch just his highlights, you will hear two words over and over again in his highlights, and those two words are wide open. West Virginia's offense schemed a lot of receivers wide open so many times. And to a certain extent, Will Grier did benefit from that offense, but at the same time, that offense definitely benefited from Will Grier himself, personality. Like I said, he does play that hero role sometimes, and he's not the fastest guy. I think he ran a 4.84 40, and sometimes he will try to extend the play, and he's not the fastest dude. He's kind of, agile. He can be a little bit elusive in a phone booth kind of way, like a ducking kind of way, get his bend in his shoulders or whatever. But for the most part, he's not going to, leave the pocket and be a guy who can leave defenders in the dust. He's not that kind of player, but he has enough functional mobility to the point where you wouldn't tell him not to do it. You just say, just don't do it too often. That shouldn't be your first or your second option. He's going to be a guy who's going to work very well in our system because our system that Norv Turner's put in, it's kind of plug and play. We've seen Cam do really great in that system. We saw Taylor Heineke come in and play really well. We saw Kyle Allen look very impressive in Norv Turner's system. I think our system will work very well for Will Grier, and I know the comments we're going to see here. Look, a third round pick here. I think the team is basically saying they think that Chauncey, maybe Amani Hooker. There's a lot of guys who are on the board still, who are on the board at 100, who did not get picked up. I think the team said, look, at 100, we can get Will Grier. We're not sure if he's going to be there at 115. One of these safeties, one of these guys in the secondary is going to be available at 115. And they rolled the dice there and said, we'd rather get a backup quarterback here that we might not be able to get at 115. And I honestly believe we will be able to get a really good safety or a good safety at 115, and a backup would not have been available to us. I'm not as upset about this pick as a lot of people are. I'm not like super high on it, but I like the pick. I see why it happened. I know why it happened. And honestly, of any quarterback in this draft, he is easily the best, most impressive backup quarterback prospect of anyone. Not the best overall prospect for quarterbacks, but easily the best backup project guy that will probably look really good in Norv's system. Please believe in him, guys. He will be the truth for us, and he's obviously a really good insurance policy for Cam. That's how I feel about it. You can check out more of my thoughts on him in a wider array if you hit that icon above my head. But I don't know from you guys, what are your thoughts on Will Grier? Do you like him? Do you not like him? Do you like where he got picked? Well, are you wishing we had that number 77 pick still? I think most people have a problem with this pick at 100. Mostly have a problem with us not having a number 77 pick, and thought the investment for Greg Little was a little bit too high, and maybe getting a quarterback with our one and only third round pick this year may have been a little bit too much to invest here. Maybe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And also one more thing, if you want to support the channel, go down to the pinned comment below. It takes all of 10 seconds to sign the petition to get the Panthers to partner with this channel. We do a lot of really good content here, and we can do a lot more and a lot bigger content if they notice us. We have almost 500 signatures in just 3 weeks of having the petition up, man. You guys' support's been crazy, and I appreciate it. There's more ways to support the channel in the description below. And as always, you already know to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.